Hello and welcome to Vintage Furniture Guide. Today I'm going to be talking about a furniture brand that's close to my heart, and that's because it's in my bedroom. Drexel and Drexel Heritage. Stick around as I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions about Drexel furniture. Let's start right up, and the first question we see all the time, and it's regarding the actual name of the company. Is Drexel Furniture the same as Drexel Heritage Furniture? Yes, Drexel Furniture is essentially the same business as Drexel Heritage. Here's our story. Drexel Furniture started in 1903 with just the name Drexel Furniture. The company did very well, and by the 1940s and 1950s, business was booming. In that decade, the company employed over 2,300 people. Also, their furniture company reached national distribution, and Drexel Furniture was being sold in over 2,000 furniture and department stores nationwide. Essentially, Drexel Furniture had become a household name. In 1968, the company went through a few mergers and changed its name and focus to Drexel Heritage Furniture. This was their way to emphasize the styles that were booming and becoming known for: reproduction of French, European, and classic American designs. Drexel Heritage essentially focused on British and French antiques to inspire their furniture designs. You can find the most furniture marked Drexel Heritage has an elegant traditional look. Drexel Heritage made several lines of furniture that appeal to customers looking for a refined yet traditional aesthetic for their homes. For instance, their La Belle Maison line incorporated French country style in their products. However, Drexel Heritage pieces can certainly lean towards the Federal style, Georgian styles. You'll see it. At times, Drexel Heritage worked with incredible designers who worked to modernize and glamorize certain aspects of traditional furniture. So you might see at Drexel dining room chairs that are a bit larger or more substantial than traditional antiques. Also, drawers in their dressers become a bit deeper, and extra flourishes were often added. In recent years, they obtained the heritage name, part of their name, to pursue more contemporary styles and modern twists. So you can see furniture marked just as Drexel, which will date it to 2015 and later, or before 1968. Anything marked Drexel Heritage Furniture likely dates from around 1968 to 2015. Our next question is Drexel Furniture still in business? Sadly, Drexel Furniture is no longer in business. After many acquisitions and mergers by various parent groups, Drexel Furniture no longer manufactures furniture. Additionally, as of 2020, no company has produced furniture under the Drexel name. In other words, it appears no company currently licenses furniture using the Drexel company identity. Think of it as a private labeling. Heritage Home Group, which was the most recent parent group to own Drexel, filed for bankruptcy themselves in 2018. HHG owned other great American furniture brands such as Henredon Furniture, Hickory Chair, and even Maitland Smith. Perhaps in the future, other established manufacturers or large parent companies will find a reason to resuscitate the Drexel brand. After all, Drexel Furniture has a long history, they had a devoted following, and a great reputation. A lot of people ask us, is Drexel Furniture good quality? In one word, yes. We like it. We have it in our bedroom. Drexel Furniture usually demonstrates very good quality construction. They had beautiful finishes and even nicer designs. Nearly every Drexel Heritage piece we've sold features dovetail joints, and they typically used very good quality wood. You'll find solid mahogany, walnut, and cherry in most of the Drexel pieces. However, the furniture company also used several decorative veneers on some of their pieces. So you can see beautiful burl walnuts, flame mahogany, and the finishing department really had an intensive process that included coats and coats of durable stains and lacquers. Finally, on some of their Asian or chinoiserie designs, Drexel employed artisans to hand paint many of the details of their furniture. So yes, Drexel Furniture ranks very high in the secondhand furniture market. Compared to furniture made by overseas today, vintage Drexel Furniture is hands down a better bet. Stuff is solid and heavy. Is Drexel furniture worth anything? This is a hard question to answer. Used furniture values really depends on so many different factors. Obviously, we tell everybody all the time, condition of a piece matters greatly. If it's wrecked, it's wrecked. If you can redo it, it's going to be worth money. If you can't, it's not worth anything really, unless you're going to paint it. But in general, I'd say most vintage Drexel furniture ranks pretty well and usually carries a nice price point. To give you a for instance, here are some prices and pieces of used furniture we've sold by Drexel in the past couple of years. Your prices that you can get might be higher or lower depending on the area and the venue that you sell it in. So take this as a quick Drexel price guide. We just recently, they just picked this up a couple of days ago. A Drexel coffee table we sold for $385 online. It was very large. We sold it cheaper because it was taking up a lot of room. It was very nice though. We sold a Drexel flip top Asian style server. That was about $500 or $600. We sold, this was a couple years ago, a Drexel Heritage Chinoiserie sofa. I remember the woman, she was in Texas, and she said she had been looking for one for 20 years. It was pretty, and that was about $600. A Drexel Heritage Vintage Mahogany Chest of Drawers. Again, we sold that for around $600. We sold a Drexel Chinoiserie Chest of Drawers. Also, about $600. Okay, china cabinets. We had sold a Drexel lighted china cabinet for $895. Then we sold another one for $985. I think that one was larger, very traditional looking. It was pretty, very thick glass and shelves, had mirrored back. We sold a Drexel vintage china cabinet that wasn't lighted for $585. That one was a little smaller, maybe a one piece. Okay, and I remember selling this Drexel Knotty Pine chest of drawers. That probably had paint on it originally. We stripped it down, and the pine underneath looked so nice with the knots in the wood. We left it that way and just put a clear lacquer on it. It just came out really nice looking. It kind of looked handsome, a little bit manly, if that's a word. Okay, and the last question we get, do the numbers on the back of the Drexel furniture mean anything? Well, you can gain clues to the age of your Drexel furniture piece by reading the numbers on the back of your piece. You'll see a series of numbers that corresponds most likely to a factory number, a model number, sometimes the finish they used. You can find a stamp from the collection, even the name. So, you might want to write that down so you know what line it was from. However, the serial numbers on the back often correspond to a date of manufacture as well. So, for instance, this corner cover picture likely was built in 1955. Okay, friends, that's all the information I have for you today about Drexel furniture. But if you have any other questions or stories you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. I do remember delivering a Drexel Chinoiserie china cabinet, cedar muffin painted with an Asian motif, to a gentleman that had the gold leaf on the back of the cabinet. He had told me that an insurance company appraiser gave him a check for a couple $1,000s for it to have it replaced. If I remember correctly, the one we sold him was only about $500, and it was delivered. And I think he said he got about $4,000 because they couldn't find one. And good for him. I think that was a little bit ridiculous and overkill, but he had told them that it was solid gold in the back, and that's not true. They might have used some gold in the gold leaf, but it really wasn't a lot of value in any of the gold. But it still was a beautiful cabinet, right? One last thing, if you can give us a thumbs up or smack the subscribe button, or leave a comment, positive or negative, below, something or a question you might have, we'd really appreciate that. And until next time, thank you for your time.